morning. It's morning in Hawaii anyway. It's probably not really morning anywhere else except super early in like the South Pacific. I am lying on my Hawaiian carpet. It's huge. It's got coconuts on it and plumeria, and we got that carpet. It's enormous for like $75, which is awesome. And I'm looking at the ceiling, which is gorgeous, so I'm just going to show it to you. Hi, Jennifer. There's my ceiling. It's cedar. Good morning, Frank. I'm going to tell the story of how I got this $5,000 piece of exercise equipment that I had been desiring for like 2 years for free. So I was in a rolfing session a couple of years ago with Jason Rabineau, who is awesome. If you ever get a chance to have a session with him, go for it. He'll change your body. He's like a body sculptor. And he goes, "You might want to do Pilates, Kathy." And I was like, "Hey, buddy, would you like to do Pilates?" And it was like, So I'm like, "Okay, would you like to do gyrotonics?" And gyrotonics is kind of like circular Pilates. And my body was like, yes, let's do that. So luckily enough, there's a guy in the neighborhood below me who teaches gyrotonics. And it's got these machines and they're amazing. I mean, you can like bend sideways and forward and around. It's very circular and super fun. So I started taking gyrotonics lessons, and soon I'm like, I don't just want to do this once a week. I'd love to do this like all the time. So I started seeking a gyrotonics machine, and they cost like $5,000. And then on top of that, there's the shipping to Hawaii, which costs at least that much. It's super expensive to get one of those machines here. So I was like, okay, what else is possible? And just kept desiring it. Good morning. And looking for how I could acquire one of those machines, and just gentle ask. Not like, I must have this. Just the knowing that it would come. And I started to do this exercise called pulling energy. And what it is it's gently getting a sense of everything that you would like to have for your life. And I have a free energy pull exercise at meetkathywilliams.com, so you can experience that. But it's like sitting and getting a sense of what it would be like to have what you would like to have. And you can even do that now, like for a moment. Get a sense of what it would be like to have as much money as you would really like to have in your life. Right now, just try that on. Or right now, try on the energy, if you have a business, of having all the clientele that you would like to have, and just experience that in your body. What is it like to be that person who has that? Okay, so with energy pulls, we get more into that and then pull energy through it, and it's really fun. So I've been doing energy pulls for quite a while now, and more consistently over the past summer. And also aware that my awareness, that your awareness is, and that the universe is willing to give you everything that you desire if you don't have points of view in the way of it. That's one of the biggest things we do. We have a desire, and then we say like, okay, me with that machine. Oh, it's impossible to get it here. Oh, it's going to be super expensive. Oh, how much money do I have to get that? And so we go into the money and we go into the how, instead of like, what else is truly possible beyond what this little mind can figure out? Okay, because there's infinite possibility. The guy who's teaching me the lessons could up and move and want to sell his thing to me. Whatever it is. So, I have been doing these energy pulls and getting a sense of what it would be like to have a nurtured body, an aligned body, relationships that are really yummy for me, and supportive, and business, and all of these things. And every single area that I've pulled energy through has changed. And you don't have to get super, super specific. I know in manifestation, a lot of people say, like, you have to know that you want the red Bentley with the gray leather seats or whatever. You actually don't. Okay. But you have to have a sense of the energetic quality of what it would be like to have that, if that's, what you're into. Because that energetic quality could come in a Mercedes and, whatever. So it doesn't have to be that specific exact thing. So, I've been doing these pulls, as I said, and the other day I was in the Montessori school parking lot after having dropped off my kids, and I got a little ping to check my email. So I sat there and I checked my email, and we have a neighborhood website that, people post stuff on, like, oh, there's a dog running free, or, oh, I have this thing to give away. And the first item in my email was a lady saying, I'm giving away all this exercise equipment. So I was like, okay. But then I saw immediately, oh, gyrotonics machine, which is what I had been asking for. So I called the guy up and he goes, oh, it's on Lipoa, off of Lipoa Street, on Liloa Street, and then you take this gravel road, and I was like, I'm there. I'm like 5 minutes from that place. I'm gonna get this. So I started driving and he guided me there, and there was the machine, and he asked if I could get it in my truck, which I have an SUV, and the thing would fit. However, like me being my size, I could budge it, but that's about it. So I called him back and I said, hey, I'm here. I can't get it in my car. I have a class to teach at 9. And at this point, it was like 8:15, 8:20. And so if we can get it in here, I'm open to the possibilities of how to get this. And he goes, yeah, I might know someone who can be there pretty soon. So he called me back, and within 5 minutes, he showed up, he himself, and he helped me load it into the car, and I was back and showered for my class at 9. So when you let go of the points of view about what you need to do to get whatever you would like to have, like if I with my logical mind was thinking, okay, that's a $5,000 machine. So in order to get that, I'm going to have to see this many clients or do this many classes or find it, call all the people I know who own one and ask them if they're going to sell theirs. Or, with my logical mind, I can take certain steps, but that's conclusionary. That's like, what would I have to do to get this? Instead of like, what are the other possibilities that I haven't ever even considered for receiving this, and letting go of my points of view that it's going to be hard work. That's one of the biggest things that stands in our way. Oh, I'm going to have to do X and Y and Z to get this, and that's hard. Like I hear all the time, it's hard to find a good man on Maui. Well, if your point of view is that it's hard, guess what? You have like a screen in front of your face, and then anytime a good man, whatever that is, that definition you have, is your screen blocks you from seeing him. So as we begin to see our points of view as just an interesting point of view, where you don't have to make it right, you don't have to make it significant that you even have that point of view, but it's just like, oh, interesting point of view, I have that. Interesting point of view, I think it's hard. Interesting point of view, it's going to take a lot of effort to get that machine here onto my porch. And instead, as you identify those as just interesting, they become like clouds. Your thoughts and points of view can pass over and through and not be a huge limitation, because each cloud in the sky doesn't last forever. It passes. Thank you for your hearts and stuff. And each thought you have doesn't stay forever. It passes through. It's temporary. So if you allow that to be temporary and you just say, okay, yeah, it's there, but I don't have to make it meaningful or limiting for me, you can allow something else beyond anything you'd ever considered to show up. And so often, even the things we think are great become limitations for us. So you know, I would like this specific thing because this is good, and the universe is like, I want to give you something greater than that if you'll open up to it. So earlier in the video, if you didn't catch the whole thing, I talked a lot about how specific to be, and I talked a little bit about pulling energy and being the energy of the person who has whatever you're asking for. So you can not rewind, but whatever it is, watch the part you didn't catch. And overall, like, what if you realized that every tree, every breath, this beautiful planet, every star in the sky, every atom and molecule there is willing to contribute to you if you'll receive it. So go to meetkathywilliams.com. You can get a free energy pull exercise there and really tap into that idea that everything would like to contribute to you if you'll allow it. That kind of exercise, the energy pulse, has really expanded my life. From these rugs, which we got for $75 and they're huge. They're like Hawaiian. See, with plumeria. Kind of cool. To that rebounder that someone just brought me the other day. It's like, and it's not only material things, it's like energetic, and really allow you to tap into the enjoyment of being you. You're the only person on this planet who gets to be you. How cool is that? What can you choose that nobody else can choose? All right, everybody, have a great day. I hope that made a difference for you in some way, and if it did, please share it so others can experience that too. Aloha!